What's happening, folks, and welcome to another video on the channel today. Today we're looking at Qatar buying Manchester United. So if you're excited for this video, hit the like button down below and subscribe for content on the channel. Don't forget down below is my Let's Play channel as well, where you can check out all the content from Jedi Survivor. So as you can see, it's a new skin. I'll put a link to this in the description. I like this skin. It's not my skin. I'm not, obviously, but if you want to watch a video from Second Year Card, shout out to him. He did a video explaining this, what you can do, and I think it looks a lot better. It looks so much more interesting to watch than the basic skin. Obviously, link in the description to this if you want it. So, what I have done is basically it's a sequel to the video with Radcliffe taking over United. I've done the same thing, but with Qatar. Now, unfortunately, there's not much to know about Sheikh Jassim. So what I have done is, if we go to all, I've just made him an owner here. As you can see here, Sheikh Jassim from Qatar. I've basically all I've put on him is correct date of birth. He's from Qatar. I made him I have 20 resources. I don't know what ratio number goes up by. I made them a foreground sugar daddy. So basically, he's going to pump money into the club because according to the PR things they're releasing, that's what they've done. So we're going to see and basically compare what he does to United compared to Sir Jim Radcliffe, which Sir Jim Radcliffe was one trophy and none in the top four. So let's see what he can do. So full disclosure, what I've done with the finances, I've obviously made him increase the budget from day one, £130 million. The debt is gone. The debt that is from, I don't know why I say 50 million net debt. Don't quite get that. But I moved all the debt from the banks, so that's gone. They're debt-free, Manchester United. Obviously, we'll be checking all the facilities and all the transfer windows and top fours and all that kind of thing. So we'll see what happens. So first 5 years. Let's go and have a look, see what happens. All right, folks, so it's 2027, and we now obviously taken over Manchester United again to see how things have gone while we've been away. So, finances first. I'll look at the finances. £370 million in the bank balance, and they've got £211 million. So they reckon if Qatar to go over with pumping money in, that's the finance they would have. Not sure quite where with that, but never mind. The debt is now definitely zero. I don't know why it said net debt before that. Maybe where the database is still hanging over a little bit. £56 million transfer debt, which is interesting. So let's have a look and see the landmarks. So go to managers, easy to work out. So Ten Hag didn't win a single trophy, was sacked relatively early on since the ownership was changed. Ignores up here, obviously we're to take over the club. Then they got McLaren in for 26 days, and then they brought in Diego Simeone, who in his time currently, I say currently because obviously he is still going to be manager, I've taken over temporarily to see what goes on. He's won the FA Cup, Community Shield, FA Cup twice, and the Community Shield. So, not bad, not terrible. So where have United finished in the league seasons under the ownership? So first season they finished 7th. Then they got 4th Champions League football in the following season. Then 4th again. Then 2nd by 2 points. Joint 2nd with City. Liverpool obviously got a title race. Newcastle arguably up to Newcastle, even maybe Arsenal outside chance. No, Newcastle definitely in a shot of winning it. There, 10 points behind them, and that's a crazy season. Unlucky United didn't win a title that year. Then this season they finished 6th, just a point behind. So a bit erratic with the top 4, but close to a league title under this ownership. So transfer history. Let's have a look what they did in the first season. Did anything change really? They got Ugarte, Eric Sanchez. So just look at the transfer fees. £85 million spent in the first season. Then £381 million. Who was the biggest fee in there? 100 or cement makes sense. That is a fee you have to pay. Actually, you can give it 80 million at the start of the game, can't you? I believe. Kevin Turam, again, a guy I keep looking at and I keep thinking about signing myself on my private saves. But yeah, £381 million, £59 million. How are they complying with FFP? I have no clue. Next season, bit more. Actually, next season. Actually, look at that. Okay, so it's crossed over a little bit, but you know, you get the idea. £100 million plus every summer. Who was biggest transfer fee on this section here? Mohammed. Okay, he's a guy I've not heard about. Okay, interesting. Then obviously Edson Alvarez makes sense. Good player. Quinton Timber. I'm not gonna make a 4-over joke. Marcos Leonardo, yeah, a really good player. Him, I always think about signing him on my saves. I think he's got a really good. £14 million, not terrible, is it? I mean, he's not really getting much to first in football right now. He's still where's the player's age on here? 24. They ran through my face, Matthew. So yeah, interesting. So Marcos Leonardo, let's keep going. Where was Marcus? That one there, yeah. Then £293 million, and the biggest fee was Devan Wrench. Is he a new gen? Wow, that is a lot of money for a guy who I don't think is really worth it. Again, maybe it's just the English club transfer fee tax that's on there. Dusan Vlahovic, that's a good signing. That's something I would like United to do in real life. And he's scoring a decent amount of goals. So yeah, that's a good signing. So there's some Vlahovic on there, yeah. Then the following season after that, £62 million. But again, some of his crossover probably does it. And the biggest fee in that one was £35 million. Again, a guy that always, again, look at the physicality, insane. So yeah, looks really good. Now, so look at the club information, look at the facilities. Now, they've still got the same stadium, and they've got state-of-the-art training and state-of-the-art youth facilities. So if you're a Qatar ownership pro, which I'm not either of them. I don't like either option really, because I don't trust either bidding party. To be honest with you, I mean personally, I'm in rock on a hard place between. I like the Qatar idea of clearing the debt and British investment. On top of it, they've already said. Don't like the fact that it could be state linked. Don't like that. I just don't like it. And then you look at Radcliffe's option, which is two options. One option which they think the players will favour them staying on. I don't mind Radcliffe doing that to try and get control, but I don't like the fact that Glazers get more money down the line and get to stay longer and reap the possible benefits from his ownership and different ideas. So, and like also the debt, I'm not quite sure what he's going to do with that. So either way, I'm not really sold on. So yeah, they're not changing anything here really, at all really. So interesting, very interesting. The finances obviously are insane. Different ownership than the Qatar and then Radcliffe. Sorry, right. Another 5 years. Let's go again. We are again, guys. 30-32. They are still owners of Manchester United. Now, I'm not going any further than this because for two reasons. One, I think you can go on forever, couldn't we? Also, second of all, I think it's a good comparison to Sir Jim Ratcliffe. So let's look and see if they're still the owners of Manchester United after we've taken over. I'm assuming they will be. Yep, Sheikh Jassim is still the owner of Manchester United, which is different than what Jim Ratcliffe did at this point of 2032. I think he sold a bit early before this, to be honest. The finances, still in great shape. £257 million, £150 million transfer budget. And then you're looking at, the debt, which is £0 and £12 million in transfer debt. So because of the money they're pumping in, I'm assuming they're not doing transfer installments, which you have to do. Well, you don't have to do, but you can do if you want to or need to. So, who is the current manager, or I say current manager, who was the former manager of Manchester United before we took over? So, Simeone won 4 trophies in his time. He won the Europa League in 2028. I hope you can see that on the video. I might change my webcam and make it a bit smaller. Then obviously they sacked him. I'm assuming because he didn't get top 4 or something like that. Then Nick Cox was obviously there for 27 days as a caretaker. And Simone Inzaghi's come in And first season won Europa Conference League. First time United won a competition at any point, obviously. So 5 trophies under Qatar. No Champions League, no Premier League, but there's FA Cups, Europa League, and Conference League in there. So if you want to go by scoreboard of trophies, they're winning. Qatar. Well, they've not winning, they've won, clearly. So, now let's look at the facilities of Manchester United. Let's see if anything been changed in that area of the football club since the Qataris came in. Still the same stadium, superb youth facilities and state-of-the-art training. So, obviously, that's dropped a bit. I'm assuming state-of-the-art means better than superb. I can't imagine why it wouldn't be. So, okay, fascinating. Let's have a look and see the transfer history then. And have a look. So, we did about 5 years, didn't we? So, we got to about... Where did we get to? Was it about here? Yeah, about here, wasn't it? So, next one. So, again, £195 million spent. And biggest player was Youssouf Fofana from Monaco. Big expenditure there. Frimpong could be a deal CRL, honestly, in real life. I wouldn't be surprised that happens for United. Following season, £145 million spent. Milenko. Interesting. That's a really interesting deal. And then Luke Thomas, I'm assuming that's a new gen, is it? No, it's not. That's a bit of waste of money, that. Tonali? Yeah, good deal. And then they bought £105 million in, which they bought in wow, that's actually pretty good business actually for a summer. They've actually done well there. They're crap anyway doing it in IRL. Is this guy a new gen? No, he is. What the... Sorry... Why the hell have you sold this guy? Who's in net? Sorry, I just a bit of a tangent here. Who the hell is in net? Well, he's not as good. Okay, interesting. Who's the top goal scorer? Vlahovic. And they've got Vlahovic and Rashford in this. They've got Vlahovic, Osimhen, Rashford in the same squad. That's filthy. That is absolutely filthy. Fair play to United. Fair play to them. I mean, okay. Insane. Obviously, this is something you can see here. Was it that one? Or I forgot to lose track where we are now. It's when the Kubo was sold, wasn't it? Anyway, you can see that's the one we were on. That's the one we were on. Yeah, that's the one we were on, wasn't it? Probably not. Yeah, it was because Kubo is there. Nubel's there. Next summer, £140 million spent and then £87 million brought in. There's a bit of overlap, of course, of some of these deals. Biggest deal, of course, being Giovanni Reina. Always a guy I always get recommended in my scout reports, never actually sign him. Then again, £57 million. Again, some of it doesn't quite work out because obviously it's not quite lined up properly. Again, is that a new gen? Gotta be on it. No, there's not. They've been really transfers at this point, aren't they? And then £230 million. The turnover of players is insane because they've got like £230 million here, £138 million in transfer fees. They're just throwing money around. I mean, that cancels you. Those two deals, literally just a glancing view. That deal cancels out with that one. Then you've got £71 million here for Ferran Torres. They are throwing a lot of money around. I think if people know they've got money, they're making them pay a lot. They've got Logitech on a free transfer. Not a terrible deal. No, I know he's 34, but as a backup option, not terrible. So interesting. A lot more money spent, but we guess that given that it's Qatar. So let's have a look at where they finished in seasons in the last five or six. Well, this year they finished third, so we've seen that. Oop, wrong button. Sorry, folks. So let's have a look. So where did we go to? I think it was around here, wasn't it? So 26, 27. We'll continue from here. 27, 28 finished fourth, then third in 29. Decent way off the title. Fifth that season, event very close to getting top four, but not quite. Then eighth, that's probably when they sacked Simeone. Inzaghi comes in, I'm assuming that point, got third. So yeah, they jumped around top four more than Radcliffe did. Radcliffe didn't get him in top four. Well, I say Radcliffe didn't get him in top four. Didn't get under him. But they also got more trophies under Qatar. Which is interesting. What I wish I'd done is done two of them both at the same time, and then jumped in first 5 years. But unfortunately, at the time, I didn't think Qatar were you got to understand, at the time of recording the Jim Radcliffe one, I was doing a video on the basis of the mindset of he's going to win now. It looked like, based on reports. Obviously, this has changed since then. Obviously, he's now more up in the air. But for two trophies alone, Qatar wins. They got 5, and I think Jim Radcliffe got less than that. Also, they got top 4. But they both did the same thing in terms of they didn't actually strengthen the stadium, which is interesting. I say strengthen, expanded it. But they didn't get a stadium sponsor, Qatar. Jim Radcliffe did. So there's a slight difference in there. With the Qatar money, obviously, and being a sugar daddy, which we have foreground, they're putting money in by themselves, whereas Jim Radcliffe, I think, was just being more clever, which is kind of realistic. Because that's what Jim Radcliffe's trying to do with these deals. He's offered 2 deals on the table, obviously. One deal being full buyout of all Glazer's shares, next one being partial, and they can stay as minority and no control. Whereas Qatar is, and they've also been quite interesting. Not going to pay all debt off quickly, but he's going to do it a different way. Whereas Qatar's like going, yeah, we'll keep throwing money on it, which is fair enough. They want to do that. It's up to them. Oh, we're going to score here. No, they're not. Got to get them on in front of me. So yeah, I mean, what if you're a United fan, which do you prefer? I think there's plus and minuses to both. Like I said, Qatar looks great on paper with all the things they're saying. Obviously, you have to wait and see if they actually do it. Clear the debt, investment. They wouldn't be taking loans out, or the Glazers still there, anything like that. Downside to that is you're possibly linked to a state, which I don't think I would like my club to be linked to. I know people say it's not the state, but so did Newcastle. So did Saudi Arabia when it took on Newcastle United. You know, it's just how long till a state gets involved, or it's, you know what I mean. It's murky. Unless there's obviously news comes out that it's definitely not linked with them at all. As we're recording right now, journalists are still saying it's kind of like up in the air whether it's linked to them or not. With Jim Radcliffe, of course, you've got the whole not sure what we're going to do with the debt, but less baggage away from football, potentially. Obviously needs to be checked, but they might keep the lasers on. So interesting to see what happens with that. So what I'll do, guys, is end it there today. If you've enjoyed it, hit the like button down below. Subscribe if you're new as well. Don't forget to check out the Let's Play channel down below. And my TikToks are down below as well, where you can check out all the latest on the Manchester United news that I react to, and the games and reaction to results when I watch a match, if I can watch it. And I'll be back with a video soon. I've got some ideas for more experiments and stuff like that. When I'll do a Let's Play, I don't know. I'm going to do a video tonight to discuss that. But anyway, if you've enjoyed this video, I hope you have. Hit that like button down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.